All right. Get about an hour on TikTok. Now the next hour is going to be here. So it's looking over some of the work I've done over here. I think I'm good in this area. I think I've done enough here. And Unreal's choking. Now I'm going to jump on over to where I was earlier. Docks. I think this area is good. I could probably put in a little more clutter. Like, clutter on the docks, kind of like I did with this one over here. Like boxes or stuff. Looks like they're cargo. And maybe some placements like this. Chill spots, but I want to push this area over here a little further. It's looking a little bare. It bothers me to look over here because I should have been a bit further, but there are things I needed to do as far as bug reports and 3D modeling. There's still a few things I need to do in the way of 3D modeling, but I want to push this area a little further. Start populating this pier right here as well. Let's see, so I think we're good here. Maybe spread this out a little more. Well, not spread it out, but add another patio there. That's supposed to be this area. See, there's like a bigger one here and a small one over here. So maybe add one. Let's do some landscape painting though. Those textures load up. I think we're good now, yeah. Wrong texture. Come on. There we go. Not too big. I mean, I could stretch it all the way down here, but you know what? Why not? Why not? I do want to break up a lot of the gray that's going on here. I think this one's fine. So let's bring in the clutter tool. Get some patio furniture in here. There it is. Let's re-roll. Why aren't you working? Oh boy, don't tell me this thing broke. Okay, here we go. Jeez. Spawn that in. It's over here. Roll. This thing is having trouble updating now. That's better. Come back around and do the fences for that. And all the other decorations. I don't think I'm going to squeeze too much into that area. Let's get these put in. Make sure all the chairs match. Don't match. There we go. Well, let's bring this out over here. Now, what am I going to use for a fence? Now, what they have there in the real life counterpart is sort of like a glass barrier. Which I think is kind of diabolical because of where this is located, you know, right? In direct sunlight, in a fairly open area. Yeah, that's what they have. But I don't think we have something like that that I can throw onto a spline and extrude out around. And I'm thinking it'd be better to just have like a completely, you know, something that would block the sun. So diners can enjoy their meals without the sun in their face. Again, this is just a video game though, so why am I even worried about shit like that? But again, trying to make these places look functional, right? Accommodating, inviting. So players will want to build their bases here. Could use the same thing I used over here, the trellis. That's a nice looking barrier, but I'm wondering now, do we have glass panels? If I do want to go that direction, let's see. Jump up to the top folder, glass. I'll just use glass, see what we have. That's for the windshield. I could have sworn we had something along those lines. Oh, look at this. Let's see what this is. Oh, look at that. Okay, now we're talking. Now we're talking. It's not texture. Is it? Damn it. The only thing is it has no top or bottom. But you know what? I could take this into Blender. Frame the sides. I mean, the top is open though. Would have to close the glass though, because it looks like the geometry's opened on this one, and I don't want that. As you can see. You know, let's do that. I mean, it's textured. I think we'll be good. Glass door A. Let's see if there's a better panel in here. Something. I mean, I could modify it to be wider. But I think, you know what, that's gonna work. That's gonna, yeah. Let's go to that one. Okay. Asset actions, export, and I'm gonna export that into my kit bash stuff. And when I bring it back in though, I'm gonna bring it into North San Francisco folder. Okay, I don't need to do this right now. Let's get Blender up. Why not? Why not? Got it, let's use it. We are. After this, let's save as actually. Save as into me kit bash stuff, and we'll name it class panel ends, I guess. Let's just name it glass panel. Fuck it. Let's see. Whoops. Sorry, I got a timer on. And now we import SM class door import, and it's going to import super tiny. So bring that up to scale. Don't ask why it does that. It just does. Did I import the wrong thing? No, I didn't. Oh, this one needs to be enlarged too. There we are. Okay, so it is kind of on an axis. Oh, wonderful. I love this. There we go. Just go to wireframe mode. Bottom's actually concrete. So is this even a good idea? Do I really want to use a glass panel for this? I mean, it's gonna look close to the real life counterpart. What about this area over here? What does that look like? Okay, that wasn't the area I was trying to look at. Once again, I'm in the wrong place. Coño. Okay, I think that is looking out towards that side. It doesn't look like it has the high barriers. But that's doesn't look like the area I'm trying to get a look at though. Still just outside the building. Come on. Give us a good shot. There we go. Okay, so there it is. It doesn't really have like a fencing, but it does have these planters lined up around the patio, if you want to call it that. Okay, so let's continue with this then. Bucket. That was unexpected. Let's see. Now this, do I really want to do something with concrete there? Hmm. Let's do it this way. Select that pole again. Copy. Rotate it. Bring it on down. Doesn't look like it was too even. Okay, I see where I fucked up. I thought I was off. Up to there, and then we grab all those. That should do it. That is an open mesh, so I'm gonna have to address that. Still need to look at this. That's looking alright. Okay, I think I know how to deal with this. Maybe you do it this way. Bring this over this way. This over this way. Okay. And then just close off the ends. I mean, I could do something like this, like just select that and then go fill. And that look, yeah, I mean, yeah, pretty good. Do that again, and voila. Now the only thing left to do beyond that is, let's see. What did I just do? Select everything and then I think that's a good point to put it at. And now the glass at the top. And this. Yeah. You know what? Why not just add another one of those up there? Close it off. Fuck it. Give it a proper border. I don't like the way these look anyways. Need that. Flip it. Just pop it in there. Et voila. Now I've got a proper glass panel. I was about to say something else. Proper glass panel. Proper glass panel that I can re-import into the engine, but first I need to give it a different name though. SM glass panel, and of course a spline. That way I know it's used in a spline setup, or can be used in a spline setup. So I've got that. And I think that should be good. I do have metal poles I can probably use for the corners, so that's not a big deal. Another thing, I'm gonna maybe copy this and make it more than just this segment long. Like this. I mean, that gap ain't that bad either. I'm not gonna get too anal about that. So, like, kind of like I did with the trellis, made it 3 panels long. I think that's a reasonable length. And then join it with the original, copy the name again. Here to add mesh cube. That'll be my collision mesh. UBX OR. Parent. And pop it into place. Wireframe. For this, I'm going to do vertex snap though, because I want it perfectly aligned with the mesh. I think right here on this side though, on this view, I want it aligned with the grid. I'm gonna need that thickness. Sometimes if it's too thin, it won't even register in the nav, which is ridiculous. That's the way it is, man. Gotta give it some girth. Okay, so now we'll move on to exporting. Let's throw this into my trusty kit bash folder. I always happen to lose. There it is. All right. And got the top mesh and the collision selected. Export. Control S. Now, I think I can close this now. Let's jump on over to Unreal. I'm going to bring this mesh into my North San Francisco assets folder. So that will be, oh, that's the N, the M, I mean. There it is. God damn. All right. Import. Glass panel spline. Do not create new material. Convert to scene. What's this? Nothing major. Where the hell did it go? Usually it imports it and it highlights it. It'll select it. There it is. Has a little plus next to it at least. All right, so now I'm gonna take that material, go to here, take this one to here, and there you have it. Shazam! Kit bash together some decent panels there to set up. Guess I don't need this anymore. Let's get rid of that. Now let's see, do I still have my fence building asset in the level? I think I did delete it, right? I should have. Let's just type the name into here just in case. It's not in there anymore. Let's fly back. And bring this into the level just for now. Go. Let's jump back to this folder. Set this up. Now, along with this, I have to create a blueprint for it, but I also have to make it a dynamic object. That. And then give it an area, which is going to be light obstacle. Area nav classification. Save that. And back here. And I will use base blueprint for this. This will ensure that when vehicles hit it, it will be destroyed. So let's copy that name, select this, duplicate, name, that's the name, copy the static mesh, copy to here. Let's go, let's go! So yeah, I've got 24 minutes left. Ah, I didn't copy it. Come on, you son of a bitch. Copy. Paste. Automate. Compile. Save. Close this. I'm going to take this. C. Go to blueprint. Plug that into tool. And then also the static mesh. So copy that. Back in the tool, paste it in. So now the only thing left to do is get the dimension from that along X. That's what, 509 or is it 500? I'm gonna need glasses real soon. Looks like 509. Close enough. Good, 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 good. Delete this one. Don't need it anymore. Grab this blueprint and let's get that patio put in. Or closed off, rather. I want this to be fairly close to. I don't want it leaving a weird gap that units might try to crawl into. What if I want to make this shorter? 7.5 on this. I think that's a good height. So I also want to bring in these kind of lamps. No, I think that was good. Up to there. And then this side. There. Now, just going to go ahead and stamp that into the world. This, I don't think we're going to need this tool anymore for now, so I'm just going to delete it. Don't want anything to break after I commit. Cook a build. And we'll have it. This, you know, the real life counterpart does not have an opening, but I figured, you know, give player units access if we must. Now I'm going to spread these out a little more. Right, now for these lap posts. Got one there. Here. I think that should be enough. I mean, I don't think we need more than that in this area. Throw some over here. And from what it looks like, it has a pretty large radius. I don't know how well it lights it up or how the attenuation is. Should probably jump into the game and test that. Or just look at it. I mean, I don't think they'd appreciate it if I ramp those up a bit, because these are all in the open world and that's going to be a cost. Okay, so let's see. Now for this area. I need a little green because these are like planters lining that patio. It doesn't really have a barrier. So let's see. I also got to rebuild this corner. I don't want to. I really want to put that in there. I kind of wanted to put some green in here, but maybe it's not big enough to fit. Maybe I can figure something out. I mean, this section can always be included in this footprint. I mean, not this one. This footprint. Or I could just put a smaller building in here. The thing is, I don't want too much gray going on here. That's why I'm breaking it up with some of these sidewalks and other shit. Like I even want to add some kind of green areas around this to accent it a little bit, even though it's just concrete. Oh, there we go. I can put in a patio. Let's have patio shit. This it's not going to be too big though. Unless... No, that's all the room I've got. Alright, so let's finish this spot here. Let's find these planters. Oh, I had one in here that was similar to that. I might even end up kit bashing something closer to the way that one looks. Here we go. This little tree right here. I want to take that one, but put it into a planter that looks like what's lining this area in real life. I mean, I could just use this, but what's there is actually something more along, let's see, where is it? Where is it? Right, let's just do this, dog. Find this, and this is already pretty big. And these little trees, where is the base mesh for that? Because I know that that isn't the original pot. Can't be, right? Let's bring this in, see what's up. Smushing it would also not look too great. I mean, I could export both of these. Kit bash them together. Maybe make this smaller. So the planters that are there. Not like that. They're kind of small. So there's only like 2 of them in there. Well, let's look at where these original meshes come from. Okay, we do have some loose vegetation in here, but this one doesn't seem to be available on its own. What is this? Huh. Interesting variation of tree we've got here that I've never seen before. Why aren't we using this one? I kind of want to sneak it into it, the arsenal of trees that we have too now. Oh boy. These planters, let's see. this one off the map. These look like, no, they're way too small. Shit. Yeah, that's super small. This one? Okay. All right, now. That's looking a little more promising. So the other issue here is this parking space. Needs to go, homie. Say yes to all. Okay, so I'm gonna export this and this and kit bash them together. Let's get rid of that. I mean, I could also make a variation with this guy on it. Do I have this without the potted plants? Let's see. Do I? That's not it. Derp. Damn, doesn't look like it. And this one's different. I should use this one. But we'll do something with this bad boy here. And this one right here. What kind of plant is that? I don't like when the textures do that. Okay, there we go. Alright, so it's that one. Yeah, looks way better on this. Alright. So I'll grab this, and this. Export. Those will go into kit bash. That is Planner Cube D. City Planner merge. And merge planner cylinder. I'll leave those in the map for now. This, I'm not using it right now. Maybe I should throw it over here for now. I'll throw some chairs over here for the patio. Maybe a small patio. Maybe extend it to this side. What do we have on this side? Doesn't really have anything out there, but wouldn't hurt to dress it up a bit now, would it? Yeah, it's just barren. So maybe I'll add patio there. This can go. That should be good. All right. Let's jump over to Blendale. So we're going to import all of those meshes that I just exported from Unreal. They're going to come in real small too, so that's going to be unfortunate. A quick fix. All right, let's see. There is Planner Cube D, Planner Merge 4, and Planter Cylinder B. Planner Cube D. Merge planter cylinder B and I think the city planner. Yeah, city planter merge. Get that in here. And enlarge to the original size. Didn't let me do all of them, really? That's one thing they need to change in Blender. Is when you're dealing with, when you have multiple objects selected and you input something in here, they should all update. I don't like that you have to do everything individually like this. It sucks very much. Alright. So these UCXs can go away. Turn this and this off. Let's grab this. And we will be destroying that. Or, you know what, let's separate it in case I decide to do something else with this planter. So I go here and separate selection. Let's just shorten that. And just call this cone shrub. Oh, what else? I don't know plants, man. Maybe I should do some research so I understand these names. And this, I'm gonna save this file as planters, just planters. So let's shut that off. Let's bring in this guy. So take that one, maybe enlarge it a little bit. Also do scale. I think that's good, no? There you have it. So now we take these. I gotta make sure that the UV maps share the same kind of name. This one's got two UVs, damn. Throw that one to its original size. Turn that off. Oh wait, I gotta look at this real quick. Need to go to UVs. Okay, that's that. So which one is it going to be? I mean, this is on an atlas, so it should be this one. That's the dirt. Okay. So this one is not it. This one should actually be named just straight up UV map. So I'll leave it like that. See what happens. So let's take that. Actually, Julian. Okay, I guess that decided to create a second map. That's unfortunate. Unless, oh, dude. Let's go back to this. Is this on the same atlas? Let's see. I think they might be on two different atlases. In theory, everything in this folder should be on the same atlas. No, yeah, it is. Okay, so why the fuck is it splitting it like that? That's weird. Hmm. Odd. Anyways, I'm gonna finish that up, but I'm gonna call it here. That's gonna be it for this stream. If you enjoyed the stream, please like and follow. Subscribe on YouTube. I also do jump onto TikTok occasionally to do these game dev streams now. That's usually just kind of random. I try to put in an hour on Tuesdays and Thursdays on each app. I'm gonna try to do that, but you know, sometimes I just want to get focused on the work and keep pushing. But work on San Francisco's coming along. You know, occasionally, like right now, I have to slow my roll to do some 3D modeling or some kit bashing just to kind of get the looks that I want into this map. You know, like I did with the glass barrier around the patio over here by the brewery, and what I'm doing right now with these bushes here that are supposed to line this area, so to kind of get that look. You know, at least make it look like San Francisco, even though it's not like, even though it's not a one-to-one accurate depiction of it. I still want to get as much as I can in there so the map looks good. But it's coming along. Well, a ton of work's been done. There's a ton more to do. And I'm slowly working my way down the coastline for grid 1. And this is the end right here. Once that's all done, I'm going to start working my way inland into the downtown area and of course Coit Tower, and I think this is, what's it called again? I always forget what this is called. Washington Park, right? Is it Washington Square? That's what it's called. All right, that's the plan. That's what I'm working my way towards right now. And then once this grid is done, I'll probably jump over here to Presidio and Golden Gate Park, because there's a good amount of work I need to do here as far as widening these paths out. Like this one needs to be wider. I've already made it wider. I just have to move the rocks over to make a little more room. That one's fine. I need to build up this cliff here a little more so that the Golden Gate Bridge can clear I believe it's Fort Mason under there. Let's see. Let me double check that. I don't know why Mason comes to mind, but I'm pretty sure that's the name, isn't it? Where you be? Here we go. Ah, there it is. Fort Point Rock. What is this place called? Come on, show us. Show us. It doesn't want to feature. Oh wait, let's get out of this. Let's see if the name comes up now. Still doesn't come up, huh? It's being real stubborn right now. What's this? Come on. But anyways, that's why I need to make it higher. So it comes up and clears the fort. And we could build it up with some of the rigging, like it has it right here. The beams that kind of prop it up. I was thinking maybe just build the cliff up a little more, but we'll see. We'll see. Dimitri's the one who's going to have to make the, or I think he's already made the pieces for Golden Gate Bridge. Just a matter of bringing them in and piecing it together. And then, of course, the VA hospital on this ridge over here. But yeah, just hacking away little by little. Anyways, thank you for watching. If you haven't checked out the game, it is called Cepheus Protocol, a co-op sandbox zombie survival RTS. So if you're into that genre, check it out. You can also join our Discord of the same name, Cepheus Protocol. Link up with other players in the community. Get into some of our play tests, some of our community matches. Make some new friends. And play a really fun game. Can't wait to get this map out. It's going to be the biggest one in the game so far, and it's going to be tons of fun to play with co-op. So it's available right now in the build, in the experimental build. And as you can see, it's a work in progress. So you're going to run into a lot of bugs. You know, still a lot of like navigation issues to clean up, which I have been doing as I'm building, because I do get bug reports in the community Discord that I usually address right away. So thank you for watching. Appreciate the views, appreciate the likes, appreciate the follows, and the team appreciates the support that the player community has shown us. Have a good night, and see you on Tuesday.